Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome back to Let's Play Turok Dinosaur Hunter, though of course, this version is just called Turok. For some reason they removed the Dinosaur Hunter part. Last time we made our way through the first level to the hub portals here, and now I guess we're just gonna head into the second level, since I don't see any reason not to go in order. At least not yet. Alright, so the jungle. Which I think is going to look pretty similar to the first level, but I'm thinking that the later levels are going to look fairly different. Alright. So, we've only seen one dinosaur so far, and it's the raptor, and I'm pretty sure that's going to continue for a while. But there are other dinosaurs in this game. I guess we'll use the assault rifle. One thing is, this game doesn't seem to really encourage saving ammo because we can't carry very much ammo at once. So it seems like we want to kind of always be using everything up, at least until we get some of the rarer weapons. Thought that pig was coming at me for a second. So we got the scepter piece in the first level, which I guess was a little surprising. I thought it would be harder to find. So I'm hoping we can continue that trend and find this one as well. Because if I can't find them, then I'll probably have to go back through these levels near the end and collect all the pieces. But I think as long as we make sure that the map edges are all filled out, we should be able to find it. Unless it requires us to go through a portal or something. Which is very possible. Shells. Oh right, we still have the explosive ammo. That's why I'm like, we only have 8, so I don't know why I can't pick it up. And I still have tech arrows. See, I might as well just use this stuff up, because otherwise I'm just going to end up carrying it for the whole game. You know, I don't know if this is going to be the case for the later levels, but it seems like the maps are made up of a lot of cliffs with one cliff texture. But again, N64 only meant there was some limitations on, you know, how many textures they could have in the game. Oh shit. What? He didn't even fall, he was just already at the bottom. Okay, so I died so badly that I fell out of the level because we didn't hit a checkpoint. But again, I think the state does save when we die, yeah. So we already collected everything that we collected, we just have to walk back. Kind of a weird thing there. Also, we just got that life, and I already used it. But, as I've said before, my most common source of death in many games is falling off of cliffs. Because I guess it is just a very prevalent form of insta-kill in games, when you think about it. It's either just a pit that you fall out of and die, or a spike pit, which is basically the same thing. It just doesn't wait for gravity to kill you. Okay, we got a portal over here. I think diagonal jumps are... oh, goddammit. And also a ground portal. I think diagonal jumps actually let you jump a fair bit farther, because I didn't think I could make that jump. Alright, so that's where that guy was throwing grenades at me. Let's head there first. Maybe that portal will reopen. Because I think they are just on like a timer or something. And as someone mentioned, they seem to just cycle to a set number of areas, no matter which ones you go through. In fact, I hear it again. But what's all the way up here? I don't know why I'm jumping every time I fire an arrow. It's just like an instinct. Okay, are these just regular arrows? No, those are more tech arrows. See, I couldn't even use up the ones I had before we got more. Also, it's funny that the cliffs don't have anything on the top, but with the original game, the draw distance was so small that you wouldn't even be able to see that. Can we actually... curious, can we turn on the draw distance to its original value? I don't see it. I'm pretty sure there was a setting that was like original draw distance or extended draw distance. Extend draw distance. So if we turn that off, you can see that, you can still kind of see that it's just a line. But yeah, that's what the game originally looked like on the N64. on top of, you know, having like a frame rate of 20. Oh man, that was nearly dumb. Alright. Are those going to be crusher traps? Because those look like they could be crusher traps. No? Just like a weird tomb that somebody built in this nether space, I fell. Thankfully that doesn't kill you, because man, you would lose so many lives to these areas if they were just death bits. Alright, we got a swinging ball. Probably just outrun it. And I think that's just a regular health up to 100, so that's not even worth going for, because we have full health. Alright, shells we don't need, because we're full up. I think this might be rifle ammo. Yep, and it fell. Gotta actually, like, pause and turn. I don't even think we actually needed to go back. We could have just gone through the portal we came in from. Okay. Assault rifle we don't need, but we'll grab those Doritos, since they were Cool Ranch. Okay, this is where we went in. Just weird because it came out of the portal already climbing the wall. And this just connects back there. So I'm not really sure why there's even a second path. Is there anything down there? I feel like at the edge of the map there's going to be a path hidden down there somewhere. Alright, well what happens if we jump in the portal? Nope. This leads just up here, okay. Well, we almost got another life again to make up for the one I lost. So I think that's everything back here. I wish I could zoom out on the map, but I don't think you can at all. Nope. Grab a little health. This game does seem pretty generous about giving you health increases above 100. I mean, even just the fact that it gives you 2 instead of 1 for those items, like, you know, Doom and whatnot, the flasks would only give you 1 health. But then they're like, nah, have 2, why not? Some more explosive shells. Don't even think I can jump up there. I think there's an invisible wall. But there's not even anything up there. So, it's weird that certain objects like this don't have collision. I also like that you don't actually have to get on top of these things to collect those. As long as you hit the side, it'll count. Oh, there is a path down there. Alright, well, let's not go that way yet. Right? Those guys just leapt all the way down from that tree. I will say this game doesn't seem very difficult yet, but it's kind of hard to say that from the second level. Alright, checkpoint. And we got like a little village here? I guess these guys gotta live somewhere when they're not being teleported in. It almost feels like a waste to use the pistol because I have so many other better weapons that I have a lot of ammo for. And I don't think the pistol ever gets a better ammo type. I'm pretty sure that's only for certain weapons and not all of them, having a secondary. I mean, they do just live in empty huts, but at least the huts are here, you know? They didn't have enough room to put in more models for tables and stuff. So we got water there. So let's jump down, and hopefully that'll teleport us back here once it leads wherever it's going. One thing I like is this game does not have the classic Doom Secret style of press E on something. We don't even have an activate button. So we can't go around humping the walls and trying to find secret doors. Secret area discovered. Okay, so there's just some tech arrows down there and some more time chips. Or life chips, rather. I get a close look at these fish. They remind me a lot of the fish in Ocarina of Time. The same, like, sections of polygons. Is there nothing behind the waterfall? What kind of game doesn't have secrets behind the waterfall? I can't tell if these are supposed to be, like, you know, underwater vegetation, because they just look like roots. I guess those could be tree roots, can't they? Coming out of the walls. As there are some pretty large trees around here. Though I wouldn't really call this a jungle. You know, it's not really very dense. It's more like a cliff with a lot of trees on it. We got one of these shulk beetles from Morrowind. Sent its blood into the sky. Alright, nothing else hidden down here. I think the water is clear. Oh, there's a cave down here. Is this going to be a maze? It looks like it's going to be a maze. However, having an underwater maze is much less annoying when you can't drown. You know, that's kind of one of the things I hate about these kind of sections in games. Like American McGee's Alice. But the tutorial actually has a part. I played through the tutorial just to see what's in it. It has a part that specifically tells you, navigate this cave using the map. Since, you know, it kind of draws out ahead of you. Okay. So I think this is the end up here. Oh, we do have an air meter. Wow, I never looked at the top of the screen. It's just so long that I guess I didn't notice. Yeah, so you don't have an air meter normally, but I guess once you start almost drowning, it appears? That's really weird. Doesn't really give you a good sense of how long you can be underwater. So it looks like I filled out the whole cave system. More shotgun ammo I don't need. And a key. Our first key. I guess it makes sense that it's a level 4 key, since we already have the level 3 keys. How many keys are in this level? Okay, just 3 and the Chrono Scepter piece. So it looks like only the first level has keys for 2 different levels. But it also looks like we're only getting 2 of the level 4 keys here. And then the level 5 ones, I guess we'll have to get in the next level. But that's fine. It doesn't mean we have to go back through a level we already played. Did I kill this raptor? I don't remember killing this raptor. Yes, I did. Okay. Is this a raptor paddock? I think I just saw a portal up there where we got the key. Gone now. Okay, the blue ones I have to remember are just regular health. They're not over heals. And we got one of these big ogres, which apparently are called purlins. Because I did look up the enemies that we've already seen. It's funny, this game does have the shell ejection mechanic that I always like in games, but the shell disappears very quickly once it stops moving. And there it goes. I wonder why enemies in this have like a bright blue muzzle flare when they shoot at you. I guess just to give away their position. Especially if they're shooting at you from the deep fog. Hello. Fine day for it. Alright, so that's all that's here. I think he's actually out of range. Wow, even of my bow? Does every weapon have a limited range? It does, look. The bullets are hitting the air in front of him. That's fucked up. What kind of reason would there be for a range limitation on weapons so that you can't fire past a certain range? So they have to assume that's a technical limitation and not a design choice. We want you to get close enough to enemies that you can at least kind of see them. Just when I finally got rid of my explosive shells, here's some more. Anything down there? Nope. Oh, what are you using? Some kind of laser gun. I got a close look at him. Wait, it just looks like he's using the assault rifle as well. Large energy cell. Well, apparently it's something fancier. But yeah, it does just look like exactly what I'm holding. It doesn't have a neck. Alright, well, I guess we'll save. Alright, so I think we've still seen everything we can see behind us. Shoot some health out of that deer before we send it back to Earth. It's not that we're turning them into health, it's that we're basically mugging them for the health that they stored up. Now I'm actually taking some hurting. Gotta be a little careful. The problem is there's no way to slow down. I don't think there's any kind of walk button at all. It's not like you can hold shift to go slower if you want to be cautious. This game only moves at full speed. What? Diagonal raptor. Okay, I'm full up on tech arrows. Need to find another backpack. I love that he left a blood trail the entire path. Hold on, I think health shot out of him. Nope, that must have just been part of him. Okay. Oh, he's got it. Oh, fuck. I fell through the little diagonal bit on the edge. I was gonna say, I always gotta check these cliffs for secrets. I love that they launch, though. Like, just sometimes, not always. Their physics get real wacky. Oh, that was easy. Oh, never mind, there's another one. So yeah, I can see how these guys would be dangerous when there's a cliff around, because they knock you way the hell back. Portal in the air there. Can I get there before it disappears? Alright, trapped catacomb? Okay, there's a health in the middle. And I almost have another life. Well, that was a pretty shitty trade-off. Also, it's weirder because the enemies don't have that range limitation that I have. They can shoot you from as far away as possible, as long as they have line of sight. Alright, so... we've got some kind of fancy ruins over here. Gotta watch out for those guys, because they can actually take some hits. And checkpoint here, so let's hit this checkpoint and then double back, see if I missed anything. Got a wall that goes all the way up. Maybe this will lead us to the scepter piece? Someone is shooting at me from the ground. I mean, at least they're not perfectly accurate, despite being hit scan enemies. Yep, I can't hit them from this range. Okay. Activated a switch. Wait. Okay, that's already activated. I was like, do I have to stay on it? Because that's not very useful. I think that just opens this. Bullets. Can we get on top of that? Doesn't look like there's anything up there. Alright, what does the map say? Where are we? Oh. Okay. That just doubles back. Is there anything? Oh, fuck you, raptor. Okay, good. There's a cliff down here. Fucking shoved me off the cliff. Again, that's the real danger, is falling to your death. But I guess there's no fall damage in this. It doesn't have that weird, like, Halo style of fall damage, where there's no fall damage unless you fall past a certain height threshold, and then you just die instantly. Right, did jumping up here do anything for me? I guess I can get up here. Full health. And something over there. Is that a new gun? No, it's a power-up of some kind. Okay, that's not spiritual invincibility. Scepter piece. Oh, okay. I guess all the pieces do look different, because the first one we got was just the crystal. That was easy, though. Wasn't really that hidden. Still want to make sure I didn't miss anything down here, though. The map says no, but I thought there was like a little cave back here. There is. Try to be clever, map. So if we already got the scepter piece, what's going to be back here? Probably a key. Can't get that. Honestly, how generous the hitbox is for the knife makes it very easy to kill these beetles. You don't even really have to get that close for how short of a knife it is. Hello? Are you having some problems? Is this a jitterbug? Oh, shit. Very short ceiling. That's it? That's all that's down here is just another assault rifle? Yeah, that seems to be the gist of it. It's not even on the map. That's weird. I mean, I assume the assault rifle in the first level, they weren't expecting you to necessarily get it, since it was kind of out of the way. But we've gotten like 3 of them in this level already, before that. I have a feeling we're not going to get a new weapon before the end of this episode, though. That's probably not until the next level. Even though I think there are 14 weapons in this game, some of them are just kind of like replacements for existing ones. Like, there's a better shotgun, I know. Though I'm not sure if that uses its own ammo type. That was definitely a waste of a tech arrow. Alright, so let's see if we've seen all of these locations now. Yep. Only 2 for this level. Alright, well, I guess we can just keep progressing now. We've already gotten the secret we needed. Though we're still missing 2 keys. Okay. Very deep well for some health. I still don't really get why the raptors are so loud. They're not very big, but you hear them clomping around. Okay. There's a path down there, which is not somewhere we've been. I wasn't sure if that led back to the previous area. I also wonder if I have to charge up the tech arrows to do full damage, or if they always do full because they're exploding magic arrows. I almost just backed off the cliff without thinking about it. Okay, there's another key up there. Pretty much have to jump to look off these cliffs now because I'm afraid of slipping through the edge. Because that part right there where it slopes, that is not solid. You will just fall if you walk on that. We're already maxed out on whatever that ammo type is. Energy cells. Okay, so let's go back. Oh. I got confused because I didn't recognize this little corner over here. Let's go back this way. And whoop. The game has a lot of platforming. I imagine that would have been kind of rough on an N64 with the low frame rate. It's a weirdly canted cave. Yeah, see, I almost fell right there. If I took one step further, I would have slipped right through that corner. It's not solid all the way to the edge. I think one of those beetles, yeah, walked off to its death. Alright, now where are we? Well, we're just off the map again. Alright, another secret area. Backpack. I mean, I did need a backpack. Full health. I don't think I can jump that. Not that there's anything up there, but I was just curious. Confirmed. 2 areas. Okay, so let's head back over here. So we're still only at 1 key, which means we're going to need to... Yeah, can't shoot him. We're going to need to look around to find the 3rd one and find out how to get this 2nd one. What is that dripping sound? Oh, those guys even drop explosive shells. Okay. So we got another cave here. I like that even caves have their own theme. Do you think the beetles work for the campaigner, or if they're just, you know, beetles doing their own thing? They just want to eat. Did this just lead me back to the other cave we just went to? No. Okay. It's weird little stone here. I don't know. Something just off about it. I guess it's because it's darker than the rest of the texture. And there's the key. Alright. One more key to find. We should be almost done the level, I think. Man, some of these raptors can really take a beating. I think they might have a randomized health pool to some extent, considering that some of them die from the same thing in many less hits. Alright, so where's this portal going to take us? I guess I don't know what the exit to the level is going to look like. Oh, those are really hard to avoid. Very fast projectiles. Are you seriously shooting at me from that far? How come that didn't not hit him? Maybe I was wrong and there actually is no range limit and I was actually just somehow hitting the cliff? Well, I guess we'll save here. And keep going. Okay, definitely nothing down there. Okay. I just lost so much health to boulders falling on my head. This is me trying to look down the cliff. Did the raptors do that, or was it just the guy? Oh. Watch out for those boulder traps. Again, those would be outside the draw distance normally. Okay, can I make this jump? Nope. I don't feel the best about losing a life doing something like that because, you know, we don't exactly have a lot to experiment with. Doesn't look like there's anything back there, though, so that was kind of a dumb jump to make. Oh. Okay, watch out for traps. I guess that's just gonna be a regular thing now. I'm hoping the last key will just be kind of at the exit to the level, like up here. Oh boy. Okay, yeah. This is looking pretty final area-ish. A lot of men up here. See, as long as you keep moving, they have a hard time hitting you consistently. At least these type of enemies. Plasma guys seem to have less trouble with that. Alright, actually used up a good chunk of my assault rifle bullets. Good thing there seems to be more just sitting over here. So yeah, there wasn't too much, you know, interesting stuff in this level, but I think the next one should be a fair bit better. Didn't even think that was a pig. I thought that was an enemy coming at me. Alright, there's really no point in trying to kill all these guys, because they're just going to keep coming. So we should look around. Ah, switch. Which gets us... Hello, what is this? Is that the shotgun? Auto shotgun. And it looks like it holds the same amount of ammo, or rather, uses the same ammo. But I hope that we can carry more than 20 now, because... I mean, that's pretty cool. But again, if we can only carry 20 shots, it's not going to last very long. Also, I picked up the backpack. Shouldn't that have increased? Oh, no, but I fell. See? I shouldn't have bothered with that jump when I have the backpack. Alright, so we solved the puzzle of the Temple of the Shotgun. At what point did Tal'Set learn how to use these more modern weapons? Because, you know, he was a Native American from Earth originally, as shown at the start of Turok Evolution. I guess Turok Evolution is where he learned how to use these guns as well. Not that it really takes long to teach how to use guns. And also, considering the period that Turok came from, you know, during the kind of later days of Native American genocide in the United States, I think he probably already had some experience with around firearms. Or knowledge of them, at least. These guys are unsurprisingly just called leapers. Hey look, some viscera. One thing that I have a problem with is that enemy bodies still block shots, even when they're, you know, laying out on the ground. I noticed that a little bit earlier. One thing I don't like about the auto shotgun is it doesn't sound very threatening. It's very kind of just functional sounding more than the ripping roar of an auto shotgun. Alright. I would hope somewhere in this maze is our final key. Did I miss anything back there? No. Okay, another portal, but we already know that doesn't lead anywhere. I would say it's almost weird that they give you so many chances to get those, but I guess the idea is that you might not need the resources until later. So it's like, hey, you want to go back and get that health you didn't need before? There's a minigun in there. Which means somewhere in these caves is a switch to open it. Or maybe we just need to kill everything in here. I don't think we've seen the Leapers respawn. Well, that immediately correlated what I just said. They do, in fact, respawn. Correlate was not the right word to use there. I should have said confirms what I was unsure of. Alright, so heading this way. There's got to be a switch that opens that. I thought maybe I might have to kill everything, but obviously it's not the case. Okay, we can climb back up. I'm thinking this is going to be like a find a switch and then backtrack a bunch. Okay, we're full up on shells. This weird and very wet tree. So yeah, these levels are quite long for this style of game. But then there's also a lot less of them than there would be in like a Quake. Now, wouldn't it be a pain in the ass if the way to open that minigun door was actually in a different level entirely? And it's like, now you get to backtrack and get it. If you want to go all the way back. I knew there'd be another secret hole after we saw the first one. kind of weird how bright it is underwater. Like, you definitely don't have any trouble seeing where you're going. But maybe that's the reason. Excuse me. And I just noticed that health in this seems to, or armor rather, works differently in that it just is substitute health. Alright, this might be the switch room. Just checking. I'm glad that you can just back out of those, though. A lot of ammo in here. Nope. I wish I could crouch so I could see what's underwater. So this goes under the room we were just in. Is this where we came in? Did I just go backwards? I can't tell. Nope. Actually, maybe, yes? Okay, yeah, that is the way I went in. I missed there's a little, like, stub coming off that room. But I can definitely see the reason for having mid-level save points. Because otherwise it would have been like, hey, you have to beat the entire level in order to save your progress. Whereas the classic Doom and Quake-style games, you know, you can save at any time. Tech arrows, so where are we now? We still haven't seen the last key. Okay, I believe that is our exit portal, so we don't want to go in there. Because otherwise we'll be back at the start of the level if we come back in. There's the other key. See, like that raptor only took 1 arrow, and then that other one took like 7. Level 5 key. Alright. So, that's everybody dead, but what about the minigun? I mean, what other options do we have? I shouldn't have gone through that portal right away. Wait, did I go through a portal? I did, didn't I? I'm confused. Alright, let's go back in this cave one more time. Because I feel like we'd get some kind of indicator that we activated it, even if it's just a big grinding sound. There's this big old room here. And you'd think there might be a switch in here somewhere on the ground. But I got nothing. I wonder if there's any reason to use the regular shotgun now that we have the auto. Okay, so we're up here. I don't see a way that we can go. I think we've seen everything in the level, so there must be like one little thing I have to do somewhere. Or maybe it just, you know, activated now. Okay, I wasn't sure if that brown path was going somewhere. I was probably really faint on the video. So I guess we'll call that the end of the level, and maybe I'll see if I can figure out what to do about that minigun, but we might just not be able to get it yet. So, before we end the video, let's just jump into the next, well, let's save, and then we'll jump into the next level just to see if it is, you know, fairly distinct looking compared to this level, because this level was pretty samey compared to the first one. Didn't really change the terrain a lot. Very different music already. Reminds me of Majora's Mask, but I think it's just because it's the same, like, font, sound font. So yeah, this is the ancient city, and as you can see, there's going to be a lot of ruins to explore. So look forward to that next time, but until then, I've been Shadefire, this is Turok Dinosaur Hunter, and I hope you'll continue hunting dinosaurs and mostly men with me next time. Take care, everyone.